Welcome to the lecture series of Advanced Java Programming. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about Sphinx packages. In early days, the applets are used to create the GUIs and window-based applications. But currently, we are using the Sphinx to develop the GUIs and window-based applications. Now, we are going to discuss about the Sphinx. So, what is meant by a Sphinx? Sphinx is a set of classes. It is a part of Java Foundation classes. So, what is meant by a Java Foundation classes? These classes are used to create the GUI component, which simplifies the development of desktop applications. Let's come into the definition of Sphinx. The Sphinx is a part of classes that provides more powerful and flexible functionalities compared to AWT components, abstract windowing toolkit components. It is used to create the window-based applications, and these Sphinx packages are built on top of the AWT API. So, these Sphinx packages are built on the top of the AWT APIs. The Sphinx APIs is a extended versions of the APIs. It is a extended library to the what? Applets. So, the Sphinx are the extended library to the applet programs. All the related classes in Sphinx programs are related to the Java extended packages, that is Java X. Generally, if we want to develop the GUI applications, every application is a collection of programs. But the GUI application is a collection of windows. Generally, we call in Sphinx as JFrames. So, what is meant by a JFrame? It is a collection of windows in Sphinx program. Here, the JFrame is a class available in which package? That is in the Java X package. And all the correlated programming classes are related to the Java package. Whereas the Sphinx or JFrame classes are available in the Java X package. But here it is a Sphinx. It is advanced and extended. That is why Java X. Inside one subclass is there, that is Java X.Sphinx package. The Sphinx package contains all the related classes. So here the JFrame belongs to the Java X.Sphinx package. We can create the GUIs by using the Sphinx. What exactly the GUI? The GUI stands for the graphical user interface. So NetBeans, EditPlans, those are the examples of the GUIs. So, if we want to execute some GUIs in Java program, we have to use some packages are called the Sphinx packages. So, before Sphinx, we need to have a prior knowledge on AWT, Abstract Windowing Toolkit. What is meant by AWT? The AWT means Abstract Windowing Toolkit. Why do we need to replace AWT with Sphinx means? Sphinx. Why do we need to replace AWT with Sphinx? The AWT is a heavyweight components, whereas the Sphinx is the lightweight components, whereas all the components of the AWT are used in the native languages, whereas the Sphinx components are used in the Java program. Let's coming to the components of the Sphinx program. So, Sphinx is a collection of classes or libraries that contains primitive widgets or controls. What is that? The Sphinx is a collection of classes or libraries that contains the primitive widgets or controls of our programs or a components, and these controls are used to design the GUIs, whereas these controls are used to design the GUIs, that is graphical user interface. The Sphinx packages having many number of classes like JButtons, JTextBox, JTextArea, JPanel, JFrames, JMenu, JSlider, JLabel and JIcon, and also etc. Many number of classes are there in our Sphinx packages. In our syllabus, we can study the basic architecture and we do some examples in the Sphinx. In Java programming, everything will be held with the objects. The objects has two childs, that is the checkbox groups and the components. The Sphinx components are lightweight components. The components are again divided into two types, that is the container and the J components. The J components belongs to which package? Java X package. The container is again divided into two parts. First one is the windows and the panels. Here the panel is having the applet classes. Window is classified into again frames and dialogues. The extended version of window is JWindow. So, This is the hierarchy of the Swing packages. What is the first one? And topmost we are having the object. The object can be divided into the components and the checkbox groups. The component can be again divided into the container and the J component. In every classes which are included in the Swing packages, those are connected with the J components only. The container is again divided into the windows and the panels. The panels which we are divided into the applet classes which comes under the panels. The window is again classified into the frame, J windows and dialog boxes. The frames having the classes of J frames and dialog box is having the classes of J dialog box. This is the hierarchy of the Swings packages. So, the extended version of frames are the J frames. The extended version of the dialogs is the J dialog box. And the J component is the collection of the many classes, and each component in Swing have more capabilities. Those are, the container is divided into windows and panels. Those are J labels, J checkboxes, tables, J trees, J scroll pans, J slider, J toggle button, J buttons, abstract buttons, etc. J component is class of JavaX.Swing package. So whatever methods are available in component classes, those are all available in the J component classes. The J window is creates a window with no specific owner, and J window is also known as a container. The content pane should be the parent of any children of the J windows. And J frames are used to create a frame. When we have to create any object in any program, the J frames are used as J frames, JF, that equals to new J frames. Here, the J frame is the class, JF is the object, that equals to we are creating the new object by using new. And next, the J frame is the method. By using the J frames, we are creating one new object to the J frame class. By using this, the J frame method is used to create a J frame with any title, that is the JF. If we want to give a title, we can include the title in the J frame. By using this, the J frame method is used to create a frame without any title. But we have to give any title to our J frames. We can give like this: J frame, JF, that equals to new J frame. In brackets, we have to give the title of our J frames. Here I am giving just title. The Swing components are used to create an object with an appropriate classes. These are the examples of the Swing component classes, and these are the examples of the Swing component classes. J button, BUT equals to new J button. J text field, text equals to new J text field. J text area, text equals to new J text area. J label equals to label equals to new J label. By using this, we can create the buttons, text field, text areas and labels. So, how to add the components to our web pages? Once a component is created, it can be added to our container by calling the container as add method. By using the add method, we can add our components to in our Swings programs. So here is the syntax for the adding a component. In the first line, we have to create one container. With that container, we have to add the components. The container cp equals to get content pane method and cp dot add method. By using the add method, we are adding our components. Cp dot add of new space J button of cancel. So here I am using the two buttons, cancel button and the go button. These two buttons will be adding by using the add method. Let's see some Swing component classes. Abstract buttons. The abstract buttons are used to abstract the super class of the Swings button. Button group. What is meant by a button group? It is a mutually exclusive set of the buttons that can be encapsulated by using the button groups. Image icon. What is meant by an image icon? It encapsulates the images. J applets, it is encapsulated, or it is the next version of the applet. J buttons. What is this? It is a push button of the Swings classes. So button is a normal class. The J button is the Swing push button class. J checkbox, it is a new version or a Swing version of the checkboxes. J combo box. The J combo box encapsulates the properties of the combo box. J label. It is the Swing version of the labels. J radio buttons. It is the Swing version of the radio buttons. J scroll pen. It is a encapsulates the properties of scroll pen window. Like that, the J tabbed pen, the J table and J text field and J trees. These are the Sphinx versions of the classes. Next, coming to the J applet. What is meant by applet? By using the applet, we are creating the GUIs or window-based application. The J applet is the extended version of the applets. It is the fundamentals to the Sphinx package. If we are using the applets in Sphinx, that must be subclass of the J applet. It is rich with its functionalities. It is not found in applets. When we are adding a component to an instance of JApplet, when we are adding a component to an instance of JApplet, we can use the add method to the content pane. The content pane can be obtained by using the method called container get content pane. The add method of the container can be used to add a component to a content pane by using the void add in brackets component. The component is the object. Here the component is the component to be added to the content pane. Image icon. The image icon is the extended version of the JImage icon. It can be encapsulated by JImage icon classes. It is a Sphinx class. It can be used to print the icon from images. The image icon has two constructors. Those are image icon with a file name. That is, image icon uses the images in the file named as file name. Next, the second constructor is the image icon with the URL. This constructor uses the images defined in the resources identified by the URL. The image icon can also be used to return the height, width of the icons in pixels by using the get icon height and get icon width. In the next class, we are going to discuss some more Sphinx classes and we can also see the examples of Sphinx.